When there's no forensic evidence, there are no eyewitnesses, the jailhouse informant becomes the case, and without him, there's no case. She's going to have to prove exactly what damage this did to her reputation and to her business, but it could be in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions, just because her brand is so big.
It's not a crime to lie. It is a crime to fake a medical record, to fake a medical bill.
Legal analyst Mari Henderson says things could possibly get even worse for Brooks.
Because of what Brooks gave to E! News, he very well could be facing a forgery charge. This is obviously depending on whether the DA's office would want to file a case.
The 2.5-hour interview that police conducted with Conrad Murray just 48 hours after Michael Jackson's death really highlighted all of the inconsistencies in his story. If he was drunk, then he very well could have been charged with involuntary manslaughter, because as long as someone is killed while you're committing a felony or a misdemeanor, a DUI in this case, then he could have been charged with involuntary manslaughter. But of course, it's Ted Kennedy, and he wasn't. Another case, a very controversial case that rocked the headlines, again, not only in Los Angeles, but nationally, 20 years ago. This is the O.J. Simpson trial, the trial that put court TV, legal news, everything on the map, a televised trial of the century. You represented O.J. Simpson.
I did.
I am going to ask you, do you believe that O.J. Simpson is innocent, or do you believe that he was guilty?
That's interesting, Mari, that you asked that question, particularly now coming on the 20-year anniversary of the deaths.
Now, some commentators, Nancy Grace among them, felt that this case was a money grab by the Jackson family. They are already profiting off him after his death, and now they're going after more money. So what is your response to those people?
Well, I would say Nancy Grace doesn't know anything about the case, number one.
A special guest in studio with us today, Lisa Bloom, legal analyst and author of the new book, Suspicion Nation. The book is all about the inside story of the trial of George Zimmerman. So, Lisa, I am so happy to have you on today because we have been discussing this trial really from the beginning on this show. And that's why a lot of this show bothers me, because it is attacking the criminal justice system, which rightfully should be here, but it didn't explain any of the safeguards that are usually in place that maybe failed him here, but that are usually in place. There is a Supreme Court case that says if a witness identification is unnecessarily suggestive, then that person, that defendant, has been denied his due process rights. Such thing called double jeopardy, which means that you cannot be tried twice for the same crime. So O.J. Simpson could never be tried for murder again.